Peace, family. Let's go into some world history and find out what happened to Peter and Paul and what happened after them. We're going to start with Luke chapter 3 verses 21 through 23. It reads, "Now when all the people were baptized, it came to pass that Jesus also being baptized and praying, the heavens was opened, and the Holy Ghost descended in a bodily shape like a dove upon him, and a voice came from heaven which said, Thou art my son, in thee I am well pleased. And Jesus himself began to be about 30 years of age. So we just read that our Messiah was baptized around 30 years of age. We also know that his ministry lasted about a year and a half, and then he was crucified by the Romans. Now before our Messiah died, this is what he told Peter. This is Matthew chapter 16 verse 18, and it says, And I say also unto thee, Thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. That was the Messiah prophesying to and appointing Peter that he would pick up where the Messiah left off with his ministry. Now let's read Acts chapter 9 verse 15. It says, But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. These are the Messiah's words concerning Paul. So we see our Messiah appointing Peter and Paul to after his death continue with his ministry. So if our Messiah died around a year and a half after becoming 30 years old, that puts his death between 30 and 33 AD. Now from here let's find out how long Peter and Paul went on to do the works and the year of their death. If we type in our internet search box, when did Peter die? It reads, St. Peter died between AD 64 and AD 68 in Rome. Christian tradition states that he was crucified under Emperor Nero. Now let's type in our internet search box, when did Paul die? It reads, Paul the Apostle, also known as Saul of Tarsus, likely died around 64 to 65 AD. Now let's type in, where did Paul die? It says, It is therefore recorded that Paul was beheaded in Rome itself, and that Peter was likewise crucified under him. Nero was the first emperor to persecute Christians. What we just found out is that Peter and Paul died at the same time around 64 AD in Rome under Emperor Nero. We also know that Peter, like the Messiah, was a Jew from the tribe of Judah, and Paul was a Hebrew from the tribe of Benjamin. Let's read that. This is Philippians chapter 3 verses 4 through 5. Though I might also have confidence in the flesh, if any other man thinketh that he hath, whereof he might trust in the flesh, I more, circumcised the 8th day, of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, and Hebrew of the Hebrews. Now with all this, let's type in our internet search box, who was the first pope after Peter? It reads, according to tradition, St. Linus was the first pope after St. Peter. He is considered the second bishop of Rome by the Catholic Church, succeeding Peter after his death. Linus' papacy is believed to have lasted from around 67 AD until his death, which occurred around 79 AD. So after these Hebrew brothers, Peter and Paul, were killed in Rome in 64 AD, 3 years later, in 67 AD, they were replaced by a Roman, Pope Linus, and this is the beginning of the Roman Catholic Church. Last but not least, we know that under Linus' papacy, the Romans went on to seal the deal by sieging Jerusalem in 70 AD. The same Romans still occupy the land of Israel today, and today they are who the world know as the Jews. While the original Jews, the 12 tribes of Israel of the Bible, have been exiled from their homeland and scattered throughout the world by means of slavery. Peace, fam.